to the Loading Up Podcast. Yeah.
Welcome to the Loading Up Podcast. I'm one of your co-hosts, Brother Zay. Today we have a full cast with us. We have Brother Tay.
It's getting hot in here, so pull those clothes.
Yes, it is getting hot. And Producer Jay.
What's up? Don't take off your clothes. That's public indecency.
We're not on camera. Do what you want. Right, before we get into the show today, let's talk a little bit about our sponsors. We have W Energy Drink, where you can save 10% on checkout if you use code LUP. Save 10% on all your energy drink products, as well as NordVPN. We have links down in the description where you can click and save 67% on a 2-year contract. Everybody needs a VPN, so make sure you guys go ahead and click those links down below and support us and support them as well. And don't forget, if you're listening on a podcast app, you can rate us, and you can also like and share this video. It's free to do. We appreciate all you guys for doing that. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Now, let's just jump right into the show, right? Brother Tay, what you been playing?
It's a very good question. Hold on, let me go through my memory. It's always, T. I always gotta always rank up high enough so I can start making us money.
Well, you can make.
I know I played. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait. You talking about in the game or real life? In real life?
Real life. I'm very high in ranked matches. I'm just do dumb shit. I think. What's the last one? I think I'm above platinum. So I'm two levels above platinum. I don't know what level that is anymore.
Nice.
Don't worry about that.
I won't.
And a little bit of Fall Guys.
Nice.
Fall Guys. The new obstacle courses are very fun.
Wait, they added new stuff to it? I haven't played that game in years.
Yeah, they added new obstacle courses. Now they have like a custom thing where like people can build their own stages. It's pretty much Mario Maker now at this point. A lot of you.
That's actually pretty cool.
Very nice. Bruiser J, talk to us. What have you been playing?
Well, I've been playing a bunch of stuff. I recently started again another playthrough in Baldur's Gate 3, but this time I'm doing it solo because they just added Play Anywhere support. So now I can play it on my ROG Ally and I can play at work, which is nice. I figured I mentioned before like one of my favorite franchises, Kingdom Hearts, Metal Gear Solid, Mass Effect. Like those games I like to 100% and get everything because like they're my favorite games. But then I started thinking about it, I was like, I think Baldur's Gate might be on there too because like I checked the other day, I have like 655 hours on it.
Jesus.
And I was like, that's a lot. And granted, some of it is my wife because she plays too, but she hasn't been playing that much. So I want to say let's give or take like 100 hours just for her, which I don't think is the case. But still, that's a lot. So I put into any game. So yeah, yeah, I'm gonna try and get all the achievements just to say that I did it,
Nice.
If you're watching on YouTube, you can see that I've been playing the Gears of War E-Day beta. We actually played together to record this gameplay with brother Matt as well. That game has me in a freaking chokehold. Like I am addicted to that shit. Like I have never I don't want to say never. It's been a very long time since I've experienced a game that was just like I gotta get back on. Like it even with Call of Duty, like Black Ops 6, I kind of got back into it and I was playing like every day, but I wasn't really like it wasn't because like I wanted to play. Like it's fun, but it was just like I'm close to getting the next like golden gun or whatever. So it was more just like it was kind of like I don't want to call it a chore because it was still fun to play, but it was just like it was a task to do. But Gears E Day, I am fucking. I want to play. Like I just want to play. Like right now, I'm thinking about like just playing while we record because I'm that addicted to it. Um, yeah, no, it's really fun, and I'm gonna be sad when I gotta take a break because I mean, it's gonna come back next weekend, but then another was it like a month and a half? I gotta wait.
Yeah,
Uh,
basically another month and a half.
it's gonna be rough, but yeah, no, this game is fun. I at first because I saw a lot of people not complaining, but like talking about the new control scheme and how it's like it's very different from Gears. Um I want to say like I'm not I understand the frustration, but I'm I'm not opposed to it because for the first time since I think like Gears 3, um it feels like a natural progression of Gears. Like it feels like the next evolution. Cuz I felt like Gears 3 was like the peak and then Gears 4 was like Gears 3.5. And then Gears 5 was like Gears 3.75. Like yeah, it had better graphics and a new story and stuff like that, which is great, but it didn't feel like they added enough to justify making a whole new sequel outside of like the campaign and stuff. But this time it actually feels like a new game. Like it feels different enough that it's like, okay, I can see why they made a whole new game for this because it feels brand new. And that's what I wanted from Gears and it delivered. But it still feels like Gears. So that was the thing. Like it's like how do you make something feel new but also feel like like a Gears of War game? And I think they nailed it. So, yeah, I'm really loving that game, man.
Nice. I'm actually enjoying our time with the beta as well. The new control schemes, it's not that bad. It was quick. I still kind of mess up because I'm playing Gears. I'm holding A to run. I'm like, oh shit,
Yeah,
I got a left stick to run instead of A to run. But it's
yeah,
like I'm getting used to it to the point like, okay, it's not bad. You know, now the new jump mechanic and everything, and the slide mechanic, it just adds extra stuff into the game that wasn't there before. That gives it that, like you said, the breath of fresh air for it being new.
yeah.
You
Honestly,
know.
like the verticality alone is enough to like make it feel something like something new. Because before, like you were kind of trapped to whatever level you were on. You would either have to go down the stairs or just like take an alternate route. But this time you can just jump down. So it's like you don't have to like find another way around, or you can just jump up, climb up a ledge and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
it was funny when I saw when we saw the trailer for the first time and they showed that he mantled on top of like a what is it, shelving or whatever. I was like, "Oh shit, like how's that gonna work?" Because like for the longest time, like there was no jumping in Gears of War. So it's just like, how do you make jumping work in Gears of War? And they figured it out because it works well. But yeah, like you said, like getting used to the controls. One of the things that I realized is basically you have to treat what you would normally do because playing Gears E Day, it made me realize how much stuff was mapped to the A button. Because like everything was done with the A button to dodge, to go into cover, to mantle, to uh just to do most of the actions that like the movement. But now they basically separated it where now A is just to go into cover and to dodge. I mean, you can change the controls, but now the sprinting and the mantling are different buttons. So it's like it adds a little bit of freedom. So you don't have to keep pressing A all the time while you're moving around. Um yeah. So I just I'm in love with this game. I'm gonna just say it.
It's just a beta. It's just a beta.
Beta.
Yeah, but it's definitely fun to play. Besides the Gears game, anything else? No.
No, that was pretty much it. I'm
Okay.
trying to finish up Aphelion,
Okay.
but I haven't been playing that much. Um, I'm telling you, like it was
Gears
first
took
it was
over.
Gears took over for the weekend, and then before that was when they announced Baldur's Gate. Then I've been playing that a lot, so it's like I'm all over the place.
Well, I've been playing some Gears E Day. I've also been playing Beasts of Reincarnation that dropped on Game Pass last week, and despite the mixed feelings online about the game, I'm actually enjoying it. I'm in chapter 4. Um, as you move along, it gets uh more fleshed out. I'm still not super engaged on the story though. I feel like I'm missing something, and I feel like it's coming. Like I'm only in chapter 4. There's more chapters to get through. The one thing I don't one problem I have with the game is the performance. When I got into
I
chapter
was
2, I felt like the performance took a major hit. I was like, oh man, this is not good. It kind of evens out. They did update it. They did hot fix it. So they're also planning a major update soon. So I'm hoping that will fix a lot of the issues that it has performance wise. Other than that, I'm enjoying the game. Once you start unlocking things and seeing like people were people were giving the game like 30 minutes and just doing that first area, but the game is so much bigger. If you can actually defeat the boss, because you have to defeat the boss in order to move on to the next area. If you have to defeat the boss, you can see how much the game fleshes out, how much more powers you get and more things you can do, and it's a lot more in depth than people realize, especially if they're not getting through at least through the first boss area.
Yeah.
But
All
I'm
right,
having fun
so
with it.
just based off of the precedent that Game Freak has set, like with the Pokemon games, do you think that they are like regarding Pokemon in particular, do you think that is all Game Freak's fault, or do you think it's Nintendo's fault?
I'll say this because it's a big thing online. People are like jumping around saying because of the performance of Beast Reincarnation and how it's playing that it was all Game Freak's fault. I don't believe in that. From
No.
what I've seen and what I played, the graphics look good. They're not bad. They look good, and overall, like besides performance, it's a good game. I think Nintendo is severely holding back Game Freak. Look what they can do with a budget. It gives them more of a budget and they can probably do even more. It
Mm.
has elements of Pokemon in Beast of Reincarnation. You can see it when you're
Yeah.
fighting. When you're fighting, you have that dog Coup with you,
Yeah.
and you can set it to attack and it can help you. So, and there's also like elemental elements, so you can change your weapons to have more poison or more fire or lightning damage to do build-ups and stuff. So it has elements in there. You can sort of see it seeping through. And I really think that Game Freak gets that niche, you know, really well, but I think they can do better with performance. And I think it's Nintendo's fault for holding back Game Freak. Let them have like, take the Nintendo IP of Pokemon, give them full control and a bigger budget. I feel like it could be way better than what we've currently had.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen um we've seen like Power World and stuff like that. Like what could be done with that type of game. Obviously it's not one to one, but it's like there is more to be done, and it always felt like they were being held on a leash. And that's why I was very curious about like Beast in Reincarnation. That's how
Beast
that's
of Reincarnation.
Beast of Reincarnation. Okay. Um yeah, and I saw people talking about the performance too, so, like, hopefully it was just like a fluke.
I mean, it's not all the time. It's like really, like do certain areas, do certain things. And it's not during, I haven't seen it like really bad during like fights or anything. It definitely happens, but it's not like the whole time.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah, so I mean, other than that, I think it's a good game. I'm having fun and playing it. I also been playing besides Gears and that game, I've been playing The Mound with my Xbox crew. Have you ever heard The Mound is a game where you are on a ship and you are the 5 people you could pick from, and you have to go onto this island and collect treasures and bring back materials for the captain of the ship. The problem is that the island is haunted, and you start seeing things and things change. You think your buddy's a zombie, you start attacking your buddy, and when then there's real zombies and there's things chasing you. It's kind of a crazy ass game.
I was
It
gonna
really
say, like,
it
that
really
sounds
messes
crazy.
with your mind.
I was
It
like, I think
really does.
I think I seen that game before.
Yes.
Is
think
that the one that you can hallucinate?
Yes.
Oh, okay,
I
yeah.
think there was one. I think I saw a video when one dude was like, "Is that not a gun for you?" He's like, "Nah, it's a
Yes.
stick." And,
Yes.
and he tries to shoot the gun, and it turns into a stick.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
stick. You pick it up, think it's a gun, it's a whole stick. You can
yeah.
like open up a crate and you think you got a medallion, but it's like a a head. It's just a head. You're
Oh,
picking up a
jeez.
head, thinking it's a medallion. It's kind of crazy. You can't even play the game long because it really fucks with you. You don't know what the hell's going on, and
Yeah.
you can die. You can come back, and then you're the monster that's haunting the island is controlling your body. So you think that's you. No, that's not you. That's the monster, and then you're attacking your buddies, and then they gotta kill you. It's crazy.
Oh shit, that is crazy.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Oh, you know the game I wanted to play if we ever get a chance, if I ever get my life together, my computers, is that the bomb defusing monkey game.
Oh
Um,
yes, I heard about that. Or I
yeah, where
seen a clip of it.
one person can't see, another person can't hear,
Oh
and another
no.
person can't talk. Oh,
Yeah.
it looks so good.
That sounds funny.
It looks so good. I want to play it so bad with.
Yeah, it's an interesting concept.
That's funny. Well, we ain't got a lot to talk about news wise, so let's just jump right into it. We took a week off to go watch Spider-Man.
Yes, yes.
No spoilers, it was good. Go watch it.
Feels great.
Let's continue with the news. There's not a lot happened within the week, so let's just get into it. What did happen? One of the major news was that Xbox had a major outage. I think it was like over 12 hours, and they said they were going to do a whole big investigation on why it was happening. We finally know what happened, and we got to speak directly to the insiders about what's happening with the outage. They depended on a third-party licensing services. So Xbox, Microsoft depended on a third-party service for their licensing for their games, and it failed, and it triggered massive outage, not just with digital games, but also with disc-based games because it was about the licensing. And then on top of the failure and the outage itself was people were taking advantage and figuring out that they can download games that they didn't have the license to and start playing them. So it's kind of snowballed into like a bigger event than it should have been, but also realizing that Xbox relies too much on third-party vendors for their products to run. And this is like one of the things that Asher Sharma came in and was talking about. Like they rely too much for outside help for Xbox and things to run in Microsoft. So they had to like sort of minimize everything. And this is sort of like one of the things that they need to do in-house so that way things don't get out of hand. Like a 12-hour outage where you can't play your games, even if it's a physical disc game, which was absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, when I found out that that was happening, thankfully it happened like while I was at work.
I
So
was
like,
off and I hated it.
oh, I'm sorry. I was at work. I couldn't play on my Ally, but I have emulators, so I could just play that.
That's
And I
crazy.
also have some Steam games, but I was like, I haven't played on my emulator, um, in a while. Um, but yeah, it is true that because it wasn't just Xbox that was affected. It was also a bunch of other stuff that was affected too, that also used that third party uh software or whatever to
Mhm.
run. And that's the fault with doing that, because when that thing goes down, everything attached to it goes down. And granted, that's just kind of like the nature of the beast. But in this particular situation, Microsoft can do that. Like, they can provide those services for themselves. They have freaking the Azure servers. So it's like, I don't understand why they didn't have something like this in place to begin with. And it's kind of, I'm at least they did acknowledge that it was something that shouldn't have happened. Um, is more they acknowledged it more than PlayStation did, which I don't think they ever acknowledged it.
My knowledge, no. To my knowledge, I
Yeah,
didn't say anything.
No, they
yeah,
didn't. Yeah,
they
at all.
didn't. So they were just like, "Yep, can't play. Sorry, fuck you." um, but yeah, with this situation, like, at least they took accountability and said, "Hey, this is why it happened, and we're gonna work to make sure it doesn't happen again." Because not being able to play your discs is kind of crazy, especially in lieu of the whole uh digital future for PlayStation. Um, and I think it was right for them to acknowledge it, and hopefully they do rectify it, because that I don't like that. And I'm sure a lot of people will, I mean, especially now, people are gonna be very trepidatious in regards
Ooh.
to the next gen consoles, both of them, not just PlayStation or Xbox, like both of them.
Did you
That
hear? Did you hear that word, brother?
I
Look at this
did.
what?
man. Look at this man using education. How dare he?
Yeah, get my vocabulary up. Um, but yeah, no, people are gonna be cautious about that stuff going into next gen. So it's good that they're acknowledging it. It's good that they're working to fix it, because that's gonna play a major role in the deciding factor for what console people get next gen, or most people, I should say.
Yeah. The fact that they are being so open about like what happened, why it happened, and just the communication alone is reassuring. Because, like you said, there was no communication on the other side from PlayStation. It's just like, yeah, it's down.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it. We'll fix it when we want, type
yeah.
shit.
It'll get fixed when it gets fixed.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean,
But also,
it,
to Xbox's credit, to like, because we've always talked about like being transparent, and that's one of Xbox's strengths. It can also be kind of a weakness when, depending on the type of news they have to be transparent about. But at least with Asha Sharma, she is like 100% transparent regardless, because that was one thing that always bothered me about Xbox, and Phil Spencer, more likely, is like, he's transparent, he'll be honest about stuff, but like it's always like way after the fact, and it's never during when the bad shit is happening. I feel like
Mhm.
Asha is very different, is that she tackles it like head on. Like, the second it's happening, she's like, "Yeah, this is what happened, and this is why we're going through it. This is what we're gonna do. This and that." I feel like that's the consistency you have to take when dealing with situations like this, with negative news. If you're gonna keep being transparent, you gotta be 100% with it. You can't pick and choose when you're transparent and when you're not, because whenever they're like with the layoffs, she announced it basically. Like, that was the first thing we saw regarding the layoffs, was her post talking about it.
Yeah.
Um, Usually, like, they'll just wait until the dust settles, and then they'll talk about it, maybe in like an interview if it's brought up or whatever. But yeah, so good on Xbox for being upfront and honest.
Let's hope they continue it.
Yes.
All right. Now
Mhm.
let's keep it going because we have some news to talk about. There were rumors that with the big Xbox reset that just recently happened, and after Sharma, all the changes they're making, that for Xbox Helix, the next Xbox console, that Steam will no longer be available for Helix. Rumors are spreading around like crazy, and we finally got word from Jez Corden of Windows Central that those rumors are completely unfounded. Um, they will not stop supporting Steam. Steam will be a part of their business because they have that partnership, but they'll be planning to expand Xbox's own PC business. So they're not stopping supporting, but they're also going to be expanding to compete further with Steam. Because believe it or not, Steam has the or sort of chokehold on the PC gaming community. And if there are plenty of other stores and options out there for PC users to use, but Steam is probably the most used out of all of them, and it would make no sense for Microsoft and Xbox to just completely get rid of all support for Steam. We can see that from Epic Games. Epic Games comes out with free games, and people will rather just go buy it on Steam, even though it's free on Epic. So
Yeah.
it's really like it doesn't make any sense to stop any of the support. So the rumors were definitely not true. They will be expanding the business, and when they officially expand everything, I believe they'll be in a better position. They're working on the Xbox PC app, and in general, they're working to make Xbox better into the next generation of Xbox Helix.
Yes. So this whole thing, it started with Jez. Like he was the one who said something that people took very out of context. Because what he said was that something is happening with Xbox in regards to their PC expansion,
Yeah.
and whatever those plans are could suggest that they may be pulling out of Steam or like wanting to compete more with Steam. That was what he said. Um and people took that as like, oh, it's rumored that they're gonna pull out of Steam. Like that's not what he said. He said that whatever the plan is might lead to that. But there's still no evidence that that's actually happening, especially because the PC market, as much as the PC market is growing, it's not growing on the Xbox app and it's not growing on Epic Games, like you said. It's growing on Steam. So if you want to be on PC, you have to be on Steam. Like there's no if, ands, or buts. You have to do it. So I think it's important for Microsoft to maintain that relationship with them, so that way they can build their platform more. And they can also still compete with Steam while still releasing on Steam. I mean, granted, we saw that with the PlayStation push. Granted, that was a whole different scenario. But I think in this case, Steam is not like a direct competitor in the traditional sense, because well, when they do release games, Valve has released games on Xbox. So it's like it's not like that uh crazy to think that Xbox would just continue to release games on Steam as well as the Xbox store. I feel like that's the strategy that they've been doing for years now. Um so my whole theory about what he was hinting at is that it has something to do with like Battle.net, I think. Because he said something a while ago about Battle.net, something happening with Battle.net that maybe it's something interesting and exciting that he's looking forward to. I think maybe it's like an integration of Battle.net into Xbox PC or whatever. Maybe like a merging of the two, so that way more people are interested in the Xbox PC app. Maybe it's as simple as opening Battle.net to more third parties to release on there, to like make it so that way they get more revenue, because that's just extra money for them. It could be anything. But I think people just blew this up and they were trying to make a negative out of this when it really wasn't. They were trying to paint it as like Xbox is trying to pull out of Steam, like they don't like the PC players and this and that. Like, no, that's not what they're doing. Although
No.
I will say it would be it would be kind of interesting to see if they could pull it off now that Xbox has killer franchises that people would want to buy. At least maybe like an experiment, because you can't tell me that if Elder Scrolls 6 was exclusive to the Xbox PC app, that nobody would go over there. I feel like enough people would to justify it. So I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm still surprised you said the word BattleNet. It's been so long.
BattleNet, yeah, yeah. A lot of people forget that that's still a thing. But yeah, I think that's probably what's gonna happen, and not what's gonna happen, but I think that's an interesting thing to think about, and I
Yeah.
wonder if they would ever do that.
Maybe.
I doubt it, but I don't know.
No, there's a chance. There's always a chance.
Even if it's like timed, like if it's like you get it like 2 weeks early if you buy it on the Xbox app, people will wait, but
Yeah.
people wouldn't. They'll be like, "No, I want to play that
I'm
shit
not.
now."
Yeah, I'm not waiting.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of people would just be like, that FOMO.
That FOMO's crazy.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what actually happens with Helix and everything, but we'll move on from now because we have more Xbox news this time from insiders. Xbox insiders will receive some updates, and updates seem to be significant. We're talking about updates to their wish lists, updates to saves, better saves on cloud, so you better access to the saves that they have on cloud, because cloud does auto saves, so like there's no real access to them, so they're just making it so you can access those saves, and more control over captures, including adding voicing into the captures, which is what people have been asking for a long time. So this is rolling out to Xbox insiders. If you're in the alpha skip ahead program, you can share everything, and you can you can
Where
share
my
things, and
where
you
my
you
alphas
can
at? Where my alphas at?
yes, only for the alpha skip ahead. It will eventually roll out to everybody, but for the alpha skip ahead it is available. And also they're going to be doing some achievement updates for later this year as well, talking about sort of an equivalent to the platinum achievements, the 100% completions on the Xbox. So that's exciting because as an achievement hunter, I've always
Nah.
wanted to have like something a little extra. Like we have regular achievements, then we have like rare achievements where the little diamonds pop up, and then we get 100% completion, and that's cool. But platinums are just as cool too. Like it tells you, bam, you got a platinum because you complete this game. You know, the 100% completion rate. It's like, yeah, I did that, but it would be cool to have like a little trophy about it.
Yeah. I mean, it's the one thing that I appreciate that PlayStation has over Xbox. Like, obviously, achievements came out first, and then trophies copied it. Like, obviously,
Yeah.
but it made sense. Like, why not do something like that for PlayStation? So now, in the same vein, like, why not do something like the platinum achievement for Xbox? It just makes sense. Um, and in terms of like these updates, like this is the kind of thing that we used to see a lot more frequently, and then it just kind of stopped. And now I'm glad that they're like making it a point to be like, yeah, we're updating this stuff and stuff that people have been asking for years. Literally since like the Xbox One, people have been asking for an update to achievements. And I think that they're listening. So good on them, and I'm looking forward to getting all those emerald achievements. Hopefully, well, I don't have that.
Oh,
Well, I said,
Emerald.
yeah, so I forgot to mention that that was my I
Your
think that's what
vote.
they're gonna call it. Yeah. I think they're gonna call them emerald achievement.
I mean, I get it because it's green. Xbox is green. The Emerald. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Emerald. I don't know. I'm on the fence.
You're on the
Why not?
fence.
Emerald's
Yeah.
cool. There's nothing wrong with being an emerald. Emerald's higher than platinum
The only
in
one,
most
yeah,
games.
I would say
True.
I would say the only one I can see happening else is diamond. Diamond
I
achievement.
mean, we do get diamond if it's rare. That's the thing. When you get an achievement and it's rare, it pops up with a diamond, has a little animation and everything. So I don't I don't want a diamond completion. That doesn't make sense. Emerald, I'm on the fence, but now that you said that it's higher than platinum, I'm kind of leaning toward emerald now.
I'll be honest. Like if whenever you play games, especially since like I said, especially on TFT, once you pass platinum, like if you stronger than platinum, they give you emeralds. So
Yeah.
that's why
Oh yeah, I'm
Okay,
looking it up
okay.
here.
I
All
know
right,
very well.
I'm leaning more. Still on the fence, but I'm leaning more to emerald. Okay.
Now he's like, see, now he appreciates it more.
Yeah, now I appreciate it more. Thank you. Appreciate you. All right, let's move on from the Xbox update. This time we get a GTA 6 update, but only if you have Netflix. That's right. They announced the other day that Netflix is going to have a partnership with Rockstar to have a I don't even know what to even call this, a trailer. They're going to have a trailer premiering on Netflix, and they're gonna be it's only like a 6-hour window, so it's gonna be posted to YouTube 6 hours later, but you can watch it first if you subscribe to Netflix, which is weird.
Yeah.
Don't know why they're doing this. I mean, they did
You know why?
respond.
You know
It's
why?
pretty obvious why they did it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, Take-Two did respond and say it's about outreach and getting people's eyes on GTA, but like they already made like $1 billion already, and the game's not even
Yeah,
out
like
yet.
you know why they did it. Let's not be. We
It's
know
just
what's the
weird.
purpose.
Netflix paid them a bag. What are you gonna say no?
See, when I say the money talks, no one wants to believe me.
No, it's pretty like that's the
Mhm.
thing. Like, all right, we already know that GTA is like one of the biggest IPs in general, not even just like gaming.
Mhm.
Everybody knows what Grand Theft Auto is. It's a felony, but it's also a video game. Um but that's not what people go to. Like people think of the video game before they think of the felony. So
Very true.
that's how much of a reach that GTA has. And so yeah, that whole BS about having more no, it's not about that. It's about money. Like I'm assuming Netflix wanted to get people to subscribe, as they always do. So why not take advantage and partner up with one of the biggest IPs in history, and have and it's just a trailer. It's not even on like Netflix because Netflix has gaming stuff. It's not even gonna be on Netflix gaming. At least I don't think it is. Yeah, like it, why not do that? And it's just for the trailer. That's how big um GTA is. And I think it's while you can argue that it's just Rockstar being greedy, I don't think I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Like most people already have Netflix subscriptions, and if for some reason you don't, then you can just watch it like what 6 hours later because they said
Yeah,
they're
on
going to post
YouTube.
it on YouTube.
Yeah.
So just wait. Or look, like people are gonna post online after the fact anyway. So it's
True.
just like, just wait. It's really like, and then I saw some people saying, "Oh, but how am I gonna live react to this?" Like, that's what you're worried about? It's
Yes.
like, how do you
You
gonna
know. Yes, that's what they always worry about. It's clout and my brother in Christ. Let me talk to you. as a really good, well worded rapper poet has said, before it was crack and drugs that was drove people to do stuff. Now it's clout and fame. Anything that can get you any type of reaction on any social media, people will do it. It don't matter what it is. They'll do it for the fuck of it.
That is true. And in fairness, I believe you can still live stream it. Like if you want to live react or whatever, because it's not Netflix's property, it's Rockstar's, and they've let it too, or let it rock before. So I don't see why this would be any different. I don't think Netflix owns the rights to this trailer. Um, but yeah,
Most likely no. But that's not what the people care. That's not what they care about. They want to see. It's like,
yes.
oh, that's how false news gets reported anyway. How fast can I get this out so people will watch this? Because if I get enough people watching it, everyone's gonna call me eventually. That's how these
Yes,
people think.
that's exactly what they're thinking. Um, yes. So I think this is not a big deal at all. I think that people just blowing it out of proportion because that's outrage gets attention, right?
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
does.
No matter what it is, even if it's fake, it's gonna get something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if it's fake. Let me take that back.
All right, let's continue on. We have some news from EA. Now we all know that the EA acquisition by Saudi Arabia was done last week or the week before last, and it was for $55 billion. And this week we got an update stating that insiders claim EA will be looking to sell Bioware and other IPs after the Saudi Arabia takeover. And they go on to claim that the acquisition by the investment fund from Saudi Arabia uh, pointed out that EA had $20 billion in debt. And they're going to have to make up that debt somehow. And I think they're going to try and sell their properties that they know they can get the biggest cash flow from. And I think BioWare, especially with their Mass Effect game potentially coming out, will be the perfect opportunity for them to take some extra cash.
It
20
really.
bill? I'm sorry.
Wait, what happened?
He said 20 billion. I'm like, what a
Yeah.
B?
Yeah,
With a B, yeah.
with a B.
Honestly, it really just depends on how quick they want this to turn around. Obviously, they have a lot of debt to pay off, but a game like Mass Effect is probably gonna make way more than what the debt is, because that's like a storied franchise. I'm pretty sure, even Andromeda did really well, because it was just the name Mass Effect. Like that's what drove people to it. Um, so I think if they want to get the money now just to like be done with it and clear the debt, maybe they could do it. But I don't think. Well, it would have to take more than just Mass Effect. It would have to be, first of all, they just said BioWare. I don't think they said Mass Effect, but I
No,
think they kind of have to be hand in hand. Who else would you give Mass Effect to? I don't think they have that many studios that could handle a game like that.
CD Projekt Red.
Well, no, no, because
No, someone like they could buy it
well,
and they can
yeah,
use the IP and they can make a good Mass Effect.
well, that's if they get the IP.
Well, yeah, of course. I'm
Yeah,
just spitballing here.
yeah.
I mean, like,
I
what else are
think,
you gonna? It's EA. Like, what else are you going to buy from there? That's not like because like
yeah,
you can't really buy Madden without going through the NFL.
yeah. That's another thing too. Like EA, they used to have so much IPs that you could pull from, but a lot of them are dead now. So it's like, what is left for you to pick the scraps from? Um, yeah, no, it's gonna be interesting to see what they end up doing. I hope this doesn't affect the Mass Effect at all,
Facts.
although it
No, we
might.
can hope. Like, we can hope. It probably will
It probably will, but
because
like you
money,
said, we can hope. Yes, but
money,
yeah.
baby.
Yeah, we're gonna keep a close eye on the Saudi Arabia investment fund that has full control of EA to see what they do.
Yes, because now that EA is private, like they can do anything with it. It's not like they don't have to go through regulation or they don't have to go through like a bunch of hoops. They own them, and now they're private, so they can do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, yeah. All right, and the last bit of news we have is a strange one. I'm gonna read the headline and then we'll get into the details.
Here
So,
we go.
Canada is investigating Skyrim username error that sent an innocent man to prison. That's right. An innocent man went to prison for 18 months over an error that they got confused with their Skyrim username. So,
That sounds
Huh?
ridiculous, man.
Wait, what? Like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Yes. In 2023, he was convicted of 3 charges related to possession of child abuse material, all of which tied to an online communication with a 12-year-old girl from Wisconsin. Now, the platform that they used was Kick. Oh Lord. Yeah, they use Kick. Now, the big mix up is that the username that was used was Fus Roda, just like in Skyrim,
Yeah.
the dragon shell Fus Roda. The problem is that the Kick user, who was actually the child abuser and potential, worst person possible, his name was Fus underscore underscore row underscore underscore da. And the innocent man from Canada, his username was Fus underscore row underscore da.
So there was extra underscores.
The extra underscores gave the Wisconsin police authority to look into all his history. They got warrants to go search his house, take his phones, his laptops, and they figured since it was a girl from a man from Canada and a girl from Wisconsin, that they had to do the investigation. But somebody messed up the paperwork because they got the usernames wrong. So the warrants were wrong. This man went to jail, was convicted for 18 months. Now it's all out there. They're doing a bigger investigation as to why the justice system in Canada failed this man, and that the people in Wisconsin and the Canadian authorities didn't sort of dot their I's and cross their T's to figure out that the actual person who was committing the actual crimes was still out there on the loose because of a simple underscore error.
So the
Oh my
username,
God.
what it was on Kick, like both accounts were on Kick.
So yes, both accounts were on Kick, but the innocent man hadn't used Kick at all during the time that the abuse was taking place at all. So when they got
So
all his phones and laptops, it should have ended right there and be
Right.
like, we have the wrong person. No, it did not. The man went to jail for 18
What?
months.
who forced him to plead guilty?
Wait, he
I
pleaded
don't
guilty, or maybe
n-
he contested it and he lost. I don't
well,
know how you lose that.
I don't know. I don't know how. It doesn't even go into details about like the court case
I
or anything. It was just
I thought you said he pleaded guilty. I'm like,
no,
who
he didn't
forced
plead
that?
guilty. No,
Oh, okay.
he was found guilty and he was sent to jail for
How the
18
fuck?
months.
How
It
are you
was a
found guilty on a social media account you didn't have during the time period?
exactly. It's
Yeah,
it's a
it
it's a
should have said
gross
when they were last active.
It should say
yeah,
when it was first created.
That too, yeah.
yes. Absolutely. And
It's not the active part.
yeah, it's all insane because now a court of appeals judge is investigating both the investigators and the prosecutors and everybody down the line all the way up until where this person was sent to jail and why, all for this one error.
How was that not found immediately?
Yeah. I mean, it should have been like, oh, you got a warrant. Let's go take his stuff. Oh, there's nothing on his stuff. Okay, that's it. Maybe let's go back and look at our records to see what the hell happened. Why all of a sudden there's nothing here when it's the wrong username error. Okay, let's go after the right guy. No, it's like, all right, we got our guy, put him in jail. That's
You,
what they did.
you
That's
know
what
what
it
this
seems
is?
like, actually.
It's
Mhm.
a bunch of boomers who don't know how to freaking look at text,
Mhm.
thinking that it was just one underscore when it was actually two. They didn't have their readers on, so they mistook the double underscore for the single one.
I just
And
thought it
this
was a
is
long one,
why
but like, you have text experts. Like, someone should have been able to be like,
no, what are you talking
hey, when
about? The only tech expert you need is the judge.
what was as soon as you were like, the first
No,
thing should have been like, when was this created? That should have been the first thing that was looked at.
trust me, like this type of stuff gets me really fired up because like And I was gonna say, this is why we need like there needs to be like an age limit for like government jobs, because this is why shit like this happens, because it was probably some old fuck who didn't pay attention, who didn't even look at it, and was just like, yeah, like keep doing it and keep
You-
looking into it.
You know what I honestly think though is that like they thought they had this in the bag. You know, they got a guy, right? The girl is safe. That was it. He's in jail. We're done with this case. Let's move on. And that's the worst part. It's like they don't even care if they got the right guy. They just got a guy for a crime that they think, and their numbers are good. You know, because they solved it. You know, I think that's what really the matter with the case.
Yeah. I mean, it was probably one of those things that they tried to rush it because maybe it was like small pickings for them. It's just like, yeah, whatever. Like, let's just get this over with. You know, they didn't want to put in their due diligence because they didn't think it was worth their time.
Yeah, yeah. Gross. It's a gross.
Gross
Gross thing to have.
injustice.
Yeah, it's gross injustice for this man, and I hope he sues the hell out of them
Oh,
and
hell
gets
yeah.
a ton of money.
Oh, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Jesus
a
Christ.
must.
Yeah, and it kind of says that we're warping Skyrim into this just because of their usernames, but it's like
It's ridiculous, yeah.
yeah,
Poor
it's
Skyrim.
absolutely ridiculous. Yeah,
Poor Skyrim. Now they gotta deal with this shit. Skyrim was like, "What you
Imagine,
mean, my
like, it's like,
stuff was this?" Skyrim was like, "What you mean? What you mean I'm here? Why am I in
Yeah.
court?"
yeah, that's all we got for the news, even though it was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's so dumb.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah, a little lighter day or lighter week well, actually past 2 weeks, because we didn't do a show last week. So thankfully we didn't, because we probably wouldn't have much to talk about. But
Been talking
yeah,
about Saudi
just
Arabia for 20 minutes.
wait, what happened?
I've been talking about Saudi Arabia for the next 20 minutes. How they keep buying
That.
everything.
Just remember, if you're watching us on YouTube, you can like, comment, and subscribe. If you're listening to us on a podcasting app, you can share us and rate us, do all that nice stuff. If you go in the description, you can see our sponsors, W Energy and NordVPN. Save some money off of products and subscriptions, and if you support them, they support us, and we'll thank them and we'll thank you. That's it. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Layers.